Go ahead.
My name is Clifton Hart, and today I'm doing my speech about the Commodore house that is going up 2 blocks away from Ground Zero. I'll start my speech now. Osama bin Laden, on September the 11th, 2001, orchestrated a series of attacks on American soil to the Pentagon and the World Trade Center. Here it is almost 10 years later. Now the Muslims that also took credit for a separate chapter of want to put up a Commodore house, as they call it, which is a community center 2 blocks away from the Ground Zero of September the 11th. It is a travesty if we stand by and idly watch this as Americans. One group that basically took a hostile act toward this nation and the people of this nation and terrorized them to allow a monument to go up on the grounds that should be sacred for the families that suffered and still endure the pain of it. And this basically says they deserve better. In Ensign Articles, Pearl Harbor, the death toll was 2,403 people. In the Jews, the Holocaust Forum has the death toll of the Jews at 5.9 million. And the City Forum has the death toll of the World Trade at 2752. 2,752 Americans died in the September 11th attack. And as you've seen the images that are disturbing on the board, there is no way that the Jews would allow Hitler to put up a Nazi monument next to the Holocaust wall. There's no way that the people of the United States will let the Japan flag fly over Pearl Harbor as some kind of peace movement. And there is no way this generation of this decade should allow a Muslim group, a religious group, to put up a community center, a Commodore house, or whatever they want to call it. It is a travesty if we idly stand by and watch that take place. Faisal Abdul-Barraf said that his investors that he plans on making public will continue to go ahead with this $100 million project, even though they know that the investors are going to be looked into and that he's ready to release these sources posted by MSNBC. Regardless of where he got the money, if it's legitimate or if it's illegal, we should not allow them to place up a monument that celebrates the religion in which the same name that Americans were killed here on our soil. It is a travesty if we allow this to go on and take place. The First Amendment of the United States Constitution gives everybody the freedom of religion, the freedom of speech. But nowhere in that document will you find that it is separation between church and state. Many people that don't know the history have gotten confused that church and state is not in there. It is a document that President Jefferson wrote separate that was addressed, and originally it was called the Wall of Separation, where he basically encouraged and to keep the church separate from government because he was a deeply religious man. So nowhere in there does it says that the government cannot rule or cannot intervene on religion. It just says that the two should be kept separate and that it is encouraged to keep separate. But in this particular incident, we need to have a voice, and it shouldn't be separate because religion, the terrorist acts was done in the name of religion. So when you do terrorist acts in the name of religion, then you are open game to have that religion examined and protested against if you're doing violent acts in the name of religion. It also states in the same First Amendment that the freedom of speech is limited to not inciting or enticing a riot. You cannot walk into a theater and yell fire and expect no repercussions when the stampede of people kill innocent lives. Same thing goes here. You cannot participate in, have a Muslim religion that proclaimed the act of violence that was orchestrated on this land, and think that the American citizens should stand by idly and watch a monument go up 2 blocks away from where Americans died at. I hope you will join with me in protesting this, and I hope that you will write your congressman and let them know how you feel and take a stand and make them be accountable for the blood that was spilled on American soil. Thank you.